Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar, Protecting Customer Data Everywhere. I'm Sarah Duffy, the Marketing Manager at Barracuda MSP, and I'm happy to be moderating today's session. Today, I am joined by Kyle Martin, Systems Engineer here at Barracuda MSP. During today's webinar, we will discuss how Barracuda MSP's data protection offering empowers you as an IT service provider to safeguard your customers' business-critical data. Whether you rely heavily on SaaS, on-premise, appliance-based backups, or prefer a hardware-agnostic approach, we offer flexibility to fit most customer use cases. Before we begin, let's do some brief housekeeping. During the webinar, if you have any questions, feel free to share them using the questions or chat panel to the right of the Zoom webinar screen. At the conclusion of the webinar, you will be prompted to complete a brief polling survey. Please take a moment to tell us what you think so that we can continuously improve the content and quality of our online events. Now, without further ado, I'd like to hand it over to Kyle to begin today's presentation. Take it away, Kyle.
Thanks, Sarah, and thank you everybody for joining us today. So before we jump into the backup portion of the webinar, I just wanted to go over a high level for anyone that's not familiar with Barracuda MSP. So we're actually a branch of Barracuda, strictly MSP focused. We like to offer all of our products on fixed monthly pricing. Want to make it a little easier to manage multiple different customers. We offer multi-tenant portal. I'll get a little bit into that later. Then we have some integrations into major RMMs, PSAs, and try to provide you guys with different marketing, sales, and support enablement materials. So like I mentioned, we are focused solely on the MSP channel. We're never going to sell direct. We're focused on you, the MSP, as our partners, and try to make you guys as successful as possible. Your success is our success. So we're trying to offer flexible solutions that allow you to pick and choose which products are the best fit for you and your clients, and allow you to really put their needs first. And then every product that we offer is going to be priced for you to not only be able to offer the best products in the industry, but at a cost that's really easy for you to go ahead and predict monthly margins. So the MSP platform itself, called Echo Platform, this is going to be available single sign-on, so that no matter what products you've purchased, it's really going to be easy to go ahead and manage these from your customers. So we also offer things like easy reporting, the ability to integrate into many RMM and PSA tools to make managing all of these products a little bit easier day to day as well. And then we offer a full suite of different security and backup products, so that no matter what you're offering to your customers, you have the ability to detect, prevent, and even recover from any kind of attacks. And then to make it a little bit easier to manage and see the day to day, you have access to multiple different reports, which include customer-facing reports to try to help you, demonstrate the value that you guys are offering through all of these services. So with Barracuda MSP, our focus is on our products, solutions, tools, and different services that are aimed towards maximizing the value for the MSP market. So as a partner, you'll actually get exclusive access to our partner toolkit, which is packed with a ton of different resources. So there's things like a searchable knowledge base to make it really easy to troubleshoot and try to find resolutions. There's also a library of different sales and marketing enablement materials. So you can find things like rebrandable presentations, email campaigns, white label marketing collateral, all those kinds of things to be able to go out and easily resell the product and support it from a business aspect. And then we're constantly refreshing this toolkit, so there's constantly new material getting generated and added in there. And then for more of a technical side, our partners have access to Barracuda Campus. So this is going to be access to things like self-service certifications. There's different training curriculums for technicians. There's sales training in there, and just different materials to try to feel comfortable with the product and solutions. And then right off the bat, with all of our products, you'll actually be assigned an onboarding engineer and receive onboarding materials. So just ways to make sure that you're comfortable and up to speed technically supporting any products right off the bat. And then, of course, there'll be other resources at your disposal. You guys will be assigned partner success managers, account managers, all things to make sure that no matter what kind of questions or needs you have, that you have all the avenues available on our side to get any questions answered. So we're going to talk a little bit about Barracuda's multi-layer approach to data security. So first, what does a multi-layer approach look like? As you can see here, there's a lot of different security layers, everything from security awareness to try to protect the human element, which is most common where the issues come from. But we also want to protect all of the other threat vectors, things like email, applications, network security, to try to make sure that, one, nothing bad gets in, and two, nothing that shouldn't be leaving the environment leaves the environment. But of course, no matter how good security is, you're still going to have a need for backup and disaster recovery in case something goes wrong. We'll have backups to go ahead and recover from. So speaking of backup, there's not only the fear of losing data, but there's downtime that comes with any kind of restoration issue for your customers. And this also means potentially lost productivity. So factor in the time to go ahead and restore everything and take care of any kind of brand and reputational harm that may have come up while the business is down. And we're talking about a lot of time and money. So one of the biggest causes of this downtime is ransomware. So I just have an example of a customer that received ransomware and just the kind of hit that they had to take from it. So this was back in April of 2017. It was the Erie County Medical Center, and they actually got hit by ransomware. So one morning, some 2 a.m. shift, emergency room workers actually started seeing all of the ransom notes popping up on the computers and announcing that all of the hospital's files had been encrypted. So about an hour and a half later, the IT team got called in, and they decided to make the decision that they were going to shut down all the computers to try and remediate the issue. So from that point forward, the medical center is going to have to be forced to try to meet the demands of a major hospital and rely on low tech and manual processes. So those manual processes were actually resorted to for about 6 weeks. For about 2 of those weeks, the staff operated without full access to their emails and conducted patient registration manually. For 3 of those weeks, all of the lab results and other communications were actually delivered via messengers, and even things like electronic prescribing was unavailable for about a month. So how did this happen? Sadly, it was pretty easy. So it was due to RDP and port 3389 being open, and the hackers actually were able to just brute force their way in by using a default, really easy to guess default easy password. After that, they got into the system actually a few weeks before the attack took place, and they just spent time exploring the network and eventually manually deployed the ransomware. So all in all, this actually cost ECMC about $10 million. So $5 million of that went towards hardware and software assistance to remediate the issue. So they actually went to a specialist to go ahead and try and remediate from the ransomware. The other $5 million accounted for business losses and increased expenses. So they need to pay the workers overtime, for example, for all the extra manual work they were doing. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't know a whole lot of businesses that would be able to recover from a hit like that. I tell you this story because if they've been working with an MSP like yourselves off the bat and kind of had the correct security layers and disaster recovery plan in place, I think a lot of this cost could have been mitigated. So it just kind of stresses the importance to make sure that you cover all bases, even something as simple as the open port and simple password went ahead and caused a whole headache from there. So another story. Who remembers the 2013 Target hack? So all in all, I think they estimated that this attack cost about $358 million once it was all said and done. And again, hacker came in through a third-party HVAC vendor who for some reason was given VPN access. And the $358 million doesn't even factor in the cost to the brand hit that that Target took. So I know personally, I was pretty skeptical using things like credit cards there for a few years. So again, just kind of stresses the importance. You got to make sure that all threat vectors are covered from everywhere from network to email to web applications, remote workers, and humans especially. So ultimately, you can't, deadbolt the front door and then keep the window open right next to it. You got to make sure everything's secure. So luckily, Barracuda has a plan in place to try to not only protect your customers, but we've actually built everything in a way that's designed to help our MSP partners grow their business. And this is done through not only the product lines, but through fixed friendly pricing and single pane of glass interface. So it's not only important to go ahead and secure all of your customers' physical data, but what about all the data living in the cloud? I'm sure everyone out there has some customer at this point that's using Office 365 and has business critical data in Microsoft's cloud. And one thing that's not often thought of is the need to go ahead and protect that data. So that's where we're offering Barracuda Essentials, specifically our cloud-to-cloud backup for Office 365. So it's going to go ahead and allow you to safeguard your Office 365 customers through automated backup solution that'll protect against things like corruption or unintended deletion of emails, files, and it protects everything within Exchange, OneDrive, and SharePoint Online. So for all of its benefits, Microsoft Office 365 is kind of lacking in the backup space and the backup capability. So there's limited retention, there's no automated scheduling. I think if it's in somebody's deleted folder, you can typically go back maybe 30 days. So that's kind of the need that we try to fill. So the cloud-to-cloud backup from Barracuda Essentials is bringing in a layered protection for Office 365 environments. Things like fully customizable scheduling, unlimited retention of emails and files. There's flexible data recovery to either the original or to alternate locations. It's all priced per user. And you can use one solution to protect Exchange Online emails, OneDrive files, SharePoint files, all from a single interface. So with Barracuda Essentials for Office 365, your customers can retain emails and files indefinitely. So even in the use case like an employee leaves the organization, you don't have to purchase additional licenses for them. We can go ahead and store that data and make it recoverable. So if your customer wants to go ahead and delete inactive users, it'll also free up Office 365 licenses as well. And then for customers that have specific compliance needs, that's where we offer a cloud archiving solution as well. So this is perfect for any customers who need to specifically fulfill e-discovery requests or go ahead and place litigation holds on email messages. There we go. I think you guys can see my screen. So with the cloud archiving, pretty simple. We can go ahead and journal a copy of all messages that are handled by the mail server. Same thing as the backup, unlimited retention, price per user. It just gives you fully searchable backup indexes or archives to go ahead and fulfill any of these specific requests. When it comes to securing on-prem data, that's kind of where we have a couple different solutions. The first I'll talk about is Introns Backup. So this is really simple. This is a software-based backup solution. It's designed to protect physical and virtual data with native support for things like physical imaging, VMware, Hyper-V. It has integrations into Exchange and SQL, and it's all managed through a rebrandable central management console that integrates with many of the major RMM and PSA tools that you guys are using today. So this is offered with fixed fee storage, and it's priced per customer account so that IT service providers like yourselves are able to go ahead and rapidly grow revenue and scale profit while you're protecting your customers' data. So we've invested a lot of resources into this product to try and bring our partners advanced services that protect the broadest range of business types in different IT environments from all kinds of unforeseen disasters like you see here. We've built image backup solutions to make sure that no matter which of these disasters hit, that it's able to go ahead and easily recover that customer, whether it's things like hardware failure, data loss, any of the above. So Introns Backup allows you to select one or more files or folders for backup. You can go ahead and restore these files when you want, as often as you want, wherever you'd like. The idea is that you have the ability to retrieve individual files, versions of files, folders, whenever and wherever you need. You also have the ability, like I mentioned, for images to back up entire servers, desktops, laptops. Those can be restored to the same physical or different physical hardware in the event of total system failure. And we even have an option that we call rapid recovery that lets you go ahead and recover from local storage and virtualize physical machines within minutes. Introns Backup also supports different hypervisor native backups, and the recovery allows you to protect virtualized environments. So Introns' virtualized backup and recovery solutions leverage native VMware and Hyper-V APIs that allow you to go ahead and back up any number of VMs, whether it's a single host, multiple hosts, and store that in the cloud to a local destination or both, and it's all done through a single agent. You also have the ability to back up applications that are built on Microsoft Exchange or Microsoft SQL. Integration with these Microsoft applications just gives you high quality data protection and also the flexibility to perform both full or incremental backups. And then with these application native backups and recovery capabilities, your clients can back up their servers non-disruptively. So our integration plugins actually allow backups to run in the background as a service, so customers won't even notice when something's running. Introns Backup includes features for streamlined installation. There's advanced automation, there's a status dashboard, there's support logs, reports, and even notifications that can be sent via email. So with Introns Backup, the setup's pretty simple. Really all you need to do is just go online to our website, sign up, and you get access to install a backup agent on a computer or server that you want to protect. And then within minutes, you're able to go ahead and start backing up data automatically on a schedule that suits you and your client's needs. Introns Backup actually lets you store an unlimited number of versions of the same file. So if you have to keep data for a fixed period of time, we can meet those needs. If there's certain files or databases that are updated every day, every week, every year, you can always go back to previous versions as needed. So you don't have to worry about accidental file deletion or overwrites anymore. Curious if there's a specific file that got backed up, you can go ahead and check the logs. So we provide detailed statistics and information about each file that's backed up or restored to give you the need to meet client needs and resolve those quickly and easily. These logs can be viewed online from our centralized management platform or via email or exported to reports. The data can be exported to CSVs, so it can be sorted, saved, printed, or even sent to customers. And then all of our email notifications, those are automatically generated, and those can automatically generate tickets as well if you integrate into things like AutoTask or ConnectWise. And it'll specify links to the account and computer that receive any specific warning or error logs. So this is designed to help you drastically decrease the amount of time you spend troubleshooting backups. We also offer a backup appliance. So next I'm going to talk a little bit about our physical and virtual backup appliances. Our appliance is a turnkey solution designed for MSPs to support Linux, Microsoft. It supports large environments, multi-site environments, and it's all based on a subscription model. So there's no upfront hardware fees or costs or anything like that. It's all included. So it makes it really easy for you to go ahead and get started in offering appliance-based backups. So several advantages of appliance backups. One is it offers the dedicated resources required for backups. So you can go ahead and back up multiple different devices to the same appliance. It provides the local storage, so you don't have to worry about providing storage. And really it's designed to very quickly and easily handle the data and allow you to recover quickly in most of the data loss areas that you'll run into. And the second is that there's multiple different deployment options. So this is available either as a physical standalone appliance where we provide you the hardware, or for customers with virtual environments, it can be deployed as a virtual server as well. So Barracuda Backup offers MSPs a flexible solution to protect a wide variety of different environments and applications like you see here. And the flexible deployment options allow you to cover on-site protection, cloud protection, hybrid cloud. This has the ability to replicate and push data to multiple different sites for larger customers. And the appliance is a fit for a wide range of sizes as well. So these range everywhere from 1 terabyte capacity for things like small offices to over 100 terabytes. So if there's any data center locations you need to back up, it can handle it. And then all of the devices, regardless of the model, they're all managed from a single interface, which gives you the ability to easily scale to any large deployments as needed. So some solutions, customer backup management can be pretty cumbersome. Notifications can be vague or non-existent. We tried to simplify this and make give you the ability to manage all customers through a single site or a single pane of glass interface. So all access and changes to the appliances are also logged and audited. So anytime somebody logs in, makes a change, you can easily see who did what, when, and it'll show you the previous setting if you need to revert something. You can even give customers access to their appliance if they need access to view reports or you trust them to run their own recoveries. Those are flexible options as well. So all the appliances come with our proprietary deduplication technology built in. So for anyone who's not familiar, deduplication is basically the process that breaks all files and other data into chunks, and then it stores those chunks within a tracking database. So we're using source-based inline deduplication, which just means that we're only taking those unique chunks that we need and getting rid of the rest. So it allows us to much more efficiently transfer the data and store the data. But then on the flip side, it's less stuff that we need to go ahead and pull off the server to recover. So we're pretty efficient there. And then for anything that's pushed to the Barracuda cloud, we're actually able to globally deduplicate, which really, really reduces the footprint that we need to go ahead and get data offsite as well. So these appliances are super efficient when it comes to backup and recovery. And then one of the use cases that's worth paying special attention to is the functionality that we have with these appliances for the protection of VMware environments. There's one capability that we call VMware Live Boot, which actually lets you go ahead and you can recover VMware guest machines either locally or within the Barracuda cloud. So this helps protect businesses against things like localized failures or even more catastrophic events like fires or floods by giving you accessibility to your customers' data. And then along with the VMware Live Boot and Cloud Live Boot, we're also able to perform bare metal recovery for any physical machines, or if your customer is using Hyper-V, we can go ahead and push that data directly back into another host. These can fulfill basic needs. If there's only a single file or folder that needs to be recovered, we can go ahead, restore those to the original location, alternate location, or any of this data can be downloaded from our web browser to any remote location. And then probably the best part, all of the appliances are on a fixed monthly fee per customer cost. So that's no upfront cost at all inclusive, which keeps the pricing in line with the fixed monthly pricing offering that we've been offering, with all of our products. So it's still just going to be one monthly bill from us. And then all of the appliances come included with cloud storage, no additional cost for that, 24/7 support. There's hardware replacements, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and all included in one cost. So instant replacement. So this is the hardware warranty. So if for any reason the appliance fails, we'll actually ship you a replacement unit. We'll try to get there as quickly as possible. The idea is if anything happens to the device, there's no additional cost to you. We'll help you replace it, and then we'll assist you in migrating any of the data that resided on the previous appliance and all of the corresponding settings and cloud storage. So that's what I wanted to go over with the backup solutions that we're offering from Barracuda MSP. If you guys want any more information, if you want to see a demo or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to us at any of the locations below. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to submit those in the Q&A section or send us a chat through Zoom. So any questions on pricing, please reach out to us at sales@barracudamsp.com, and we'll make sure that we get you specific pricing for the product that you're interested in.
All right, thanks, Kyle. I want to thank everyone for attending today's webinar, and I wish everyone a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye, guys.